Welcome to Beyond 10, where we dive deeper than your average top 10 list. I'm Aiden Reese, and today we're exploring mind-bending science, top 10 scientific discoveries that changed everything. Get ready for the most fascinating, bizarre, and mind-blowing facts about mind-bending science. Let's begin. Number 10. Human microbiome. For centuries, we viewed ourselves as discrete individuals, autonomous beings separate from the world around us. The discovery of the human microbiome has completely shattered this illusion of biological independence. It turns out that each of us is actually a walking ecosystem, composed of roughly equal numbers of human and microbial cells. These trillions of bacteria, viruses, and fungi living in and on our bodies aren't just passive hitchhikers, but essential collaborators that help digest our food, train our immune systems, protect against pathogens, and even influence our moods and behavior. This revelation has completely transformed our understanding of human health, suggesting that many modern diseases, from allergies to depression, might result from disruptions to our microbial partners. Perhaps most mind-bending is the realization that many of our personal traits may actually be influenced by our microbes, with studies suggesting gut bacteria can affect everything from food cravings to anxiety levels. This discovery forces us to reconsider the very concept of human identity. Where do we end and they begin when microbial cells outnumber our own and contain 100 times more genes than our human genome? The microbiome discovery represents one of science's most profound boundary dissolutions, revealing that humans aren't isolated individuals, but complex superorganisms, dynamic collectives of human and microbial life existing in biological symbiosis. Number 9. Neuroplasticity. For over a century, neuroscientists believed that the adult brain was hardwired and fixed. You couldn't teach an old brain new tricks. This brain-as-machine paradigm was completely overthrown in the late 20th century when researchers discovered neuroplasticity, the brain's remarkable ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. This revolutionary finding revealed that our brains are not static organs, but constantly evolving networks that physically change in response to experience, environment, and even thought patterns. Perhaps most astonishing were cases of map expansion, where people who had lost limbs had their brain's sensory maps rewired, with nearby body parts literally taking over the neurological real estate previously dedicated to the missing limb. This discovery transformed our understanding of learning, addiction, and recovery from brain injury. It explained how stroke patients could sometimes regain lost functions as their brains rewired, and offered new approaches to treating conditions from chronic pain to depression by deliberately inducing beneficial brain changes. The philosophical implications were equally profound. If our brains physically restructure based on our thoughts and experiences, then we literally become what we think and do repeatedly. This insight has transformed education, rehabilitation medicine, and our fundamental understanding of human potential, suggesting remarkable capacities for change even into old age. Number 8. Radioactivity. When Marie and Pierre Curie isolated radium in 1898, they discovered something utterly baffling, an element that spontaneously generated heat and light with no apparent energy source, seemingly violating the fundamental law of energy conservation. This mysterious radioactivity, a term Marie coined, revealed that atoms, previously thought to be nature's smallest indivisible building blocks, could actually decay and transform into different elements. Lead could become gold, though through natural processes far more remarkable than alchemists had imagined. This discovery shattered the ancient concept of immutable elements and revealed a subatomic world of astounding complexity. Even more revolutionary was Einstein's subsequent explanation that matter itself could convert to energy, E equal to m squared, revealing that inside even tiny atoms lay enormous reservoirs of energy that could be released through nuclear reactions. This insight ultimately led to both the horror of nuclear weapons and the promise of nuclear medicine and power. Radioactive dating techniques completely rewrote Earth's timeline, extending the planet's age from thousands to billions of years and validating evolutionary theory's need for vast timescales. Perhaps most remarkably, the study of radioactivity led directly to quantum mechanics, as scientists realized that radioactive decay occurs randomly suggesting that at the most fundamental level, nature operates by probability rather than clockwork determinism. Number 7. The expanding universe. In the 1920s, astronomer Edwin Hubble made an observation so startling it fundamentally changed our conception of the cosmos. Distant galaxies were all moving away from us, with farther galaxies receding faster than closer ones. This led to a mind-bending realization. The entire universe is expanding like the surface of an inflating balloon. This discovery demolished the prevailing view of a static, eternal universe and suggested something even more profound. If everything is moving apart, rewinding the cosmic film means everything was once together in an unimaginably hot, dense state. This insight eventually led to the Big Bang Theory, completely transforming our understanding of cosmic history. The universe wasn't eternal, but had a beginning approximately 13.8 billion years ago. Even more unsettling was the later discovery of cosmic acceleration. The expansion is speeding up due to mysterious dark energy, suggesting the universe might end in a big freeze as galaxies move beyond our cosmic horizon. Perhaps most philosophically disturbing was the implication that the entire observable universe, every star, planet, and galaxy, emerged from a singularity smaller than a proton. This complete reversal from an eternal, static universe to one with a definite beginning, currently expanding toward a possible heat-death ending, represents one of the most profound shifts in human understanding of our cosmic context. Number 6. Heliocentric model. Imagine discovering that everything you and every other human throughout history believed about your place in the universe was completely backward. This was the revolutionary impact of Copernicus's heliocentric model, which placed the Sun, not Earth, at the center of our cosmic neighborhood. When fully developed by Galileo and Kepler, this astronomical revelation completely inverted humanity's cosmic perspective. We weren't living on a special central platform with celestial objects revolving around us. Instead, we were inhabitants of just another planet, orbiting an ordinary star in a vast universe. The psychological impact was profound. Humanity was evicted from its privileged position at the center of creation and relegated to cosmic suburbia. Beyond astronomy, this paradigm shift challenged fundamental religious doctrines and sparked a broader scientific revolution by demonstrating that human intuition and ancient authorities could be catastrophically wrong about basic reality. The heliocentric model taught humanity a crucial lesson in cosmic humility, paving the way for increasingly disturbing discoveries that pushed us further from center stage. Our Sun is one of hundreds of billions of stars in the Milky Way, which is itself one galaxy among trillions. This progressive demotion of Earth from cosmic center to universal insignificance represents one of science's most profound contributions to human perspective. We're halfway through our countdown, and things are about to get even more incredible. If you're enjoying this journey through top 10 scientific discoveries that changed everything, make sure to hit subscribe and that notification bell so you never miss our weekly deep dives into the world's most fascinating subjects. Number 5. Evolution by natural selection. When Darwin published On the Origin of Species in 1859, he didn't just present a new scientific theory, he fundamentally redefined humanity's place in the cosmos. The revelation that humans weren't specially created, but had evolved through the same natural processes as all other life forms, shattered our species' narcissistic self-image. Darwin's insight was deceptively simple, yet profoundly powerful. Slight variations in offspring, combined with competition for limited resources, means that individuals with advantageous traits are more likely to survive and reproduce, gradually leading to species transformation. What made this discovery so revolutionary wasn't just the concept of evolution, which others had proposed, but the elegant mechanism, natural selection, that explained how it occurred without any guiding intelligence. The theory provided a unifying framework for biology, explaining everything from antibiotic resistance to the dazzling diversity of life without resorting to supernatural explanations. Perhaps most unsettling was the implication that humans aren't the pinnacle of creation, but merely one branch on a vast tree of life, subject to the same blind, purposeless forces as every other species. This cosmic demotion triggered a crisis of faith that continues to reverberate through society today. while simultaneously providing the conceptual foundation for modern medicine, agriculture, and our understanding of ourselves. Number 4. DNA structure. When Watson and Crick burst into a Cambridge pub in 1953, declaring they had discovered the secret of life, they weren't exaggerating. Their revelation of DNA's double helix structure unlocked the physical mechanism behind inheritance, evolution, and the development of every organism on Earth. The most revolutionary aspect wasn't just identifying DNA's elegant spiral staircase design, but realizing how this structure perfectly facilitated its function. The two complementary strands could unzip and create perfect copies of themselves, explaining how genetic information passes from cell to cell and generation to generation. This discovery transformed our understanding of life from a mysterious, potentially supernatural force into an information system based on a 4-letter chemical alphabet. The implications were staggering. Every living thing, from bacteria to blue whales, operates on the same genetic programming language, revealing our deep kinship with all life forms. Even more mind-bending is the realization that these microscopic molecular instructions orchestrate the development of everything from the human brain to butterfly metamorphosis, executing programs written over billions of years of evolution with a precision that makes our most advanced computers seem primitive by comparison. Number 3. Quantum mechanics. If you think you understand quantum mechanics, you don't understand quantum mechanics. This quote from physicist Richard Feynman perfectly captures humanity's relationship with the most successful yet bewildering theory in science. Quantum mechanics revealed that at the subatomic level, reality becomes fundamentally probabilistic rather than deterministic. Particles exist as probability waves until measured, can tunnel through seemingly impenetrable barriers, and can be entangled in ways that Einstein called spooky action at a distance. Perhaps most disturbingly, the double-slit experiment demonstrated that particles somehow know when they're being observed, behaving differently when measured than when unobserved. The implications are so philosophically unsettling that physicist Niels Bohr stated, "If quantum mechanics hasn't profoundly shocked you, you haven't understood it yet." Despite its bizarre nature, quantum theory forms the foundation of approximately 30% of the global economy. Everything from smartphones to MRI machines relies on quantum effects. This creates the ultimate scientific paradox, a theory that no one fully comprehends conceptually, yet can be applied with mathematical precision to create technologies that define modern civilization, essentially forcing us to accept that reality at its most fundamental level defies our intuition and perhaps even logic itself. Number 2. General relativity. In 1915, a patent clerk with wild hair published a theory so radical it reimagined the very fabric of reality. Gravity isn't a force pulling objects together, but rather the result of massive objects creating dents in the four-dimensional fabric of space-time. Einstein's general relativity wasn't just a new theory, it completely overthrew our understanding of the universe, proving that time itself flows differently depending on gravity and velocity. Perhaps the most mind-bending implication was that nothing in the universe is truly stationary. Everything is moving relative to something else through a flexible, dynamic space-time that can stretch, compress, and even ripple like the surface of a pond. The theory predicted phenomena so bizarre they seemed like science fiction. Black holes where time stops, gravitational waves rippling across the cosmos, and the bending of starlight around massive objects. When Arthur Eddington confirmed this light bending during a solar eclipse in 1919, it made Einstein an overnight celebrity. What's truly astonishing is that Einstein developed this revolutionary theory not through new experiments or observations, but through pure mathematical reasoning and thought experiments, essentially redrawing the map of reality through the power of his imagination. Number 1. Germ theory. Imagine a world where doctors performed surgery with unwashed hands, moving directly from autopsies to delivering babies without even wiping their blood-covered instruments. This nightmarish scenario was reality until Ignaz Semmelweis and later Louis Pasteur established that invisible microorganisms, not bad air or divine punishment, cause disease. When Semmelweis first suggested in 1847 that doctors should wash their hands between patients, He was ridiculed and ultimately committed to an asylum where he ironically died of an infection. Decades later, Pasteur's meticulous experiments finally convinced the scientific community that microscopic organisms were responsible for decay, fermentation, and disease. This revelation transformed medicine almost overnight, with mortality rates plummeting once surgeons started sterilizing their tools and washing their hands. The most mind-bending aspect was the paradigm shift, the understanding that an invisible world of tiny organisms existed all around us, on us, and within us, fundamentally changing humanity's perception of cleanliness, disease, and our relationship with the natural world. This unseen realm of microbes had been waging war on humanity throughout history, responsible for plagues that toppled empires, yet we had been completely blind to their existence. And there you have it, the top 10 scientific discoveries that changed everything. Which one surprised you the most? Drop a comment below with your thoughts or suggestions for future topics you'd like us to explore. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and check out our other playlists covering everything from unexplained mysteries to dark psychology and unsettling technology. This is Beyond 10, where we don't just list facts, we uncover the extraordinary stories behind them. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and remember, the most interesting things in life deserve to be ranked.